Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Eunice. If you're new here, welcome. So how was your month so far? How was your week? For me, November started great. I bought myself my dream car, the car that I always wanted. I remember I put this car on my vision board in 2021 and I bought it a week ago. It's crazy. Life is crazy. If you don't believe in vision boards, you should, because they work. Vision boards work. So some of you may know, but I started to read this book, Discerning the Voice of God by Priscilla Shirer, and this book is amazing. You should absolutely get it. The first chapter is about obedience, and I notice how we don't talk about obedience so much. When you really think about it, nobody likes obedience, because being obedient most of the time means that you have to let something go, or you have to stop doing something that you enjoy to do something that you probably don't really want to do it, but you know you should. And by reading the first chapter, I came to a conclusion. Your disobedience is the real reason why you're stuck in your life. Let's chat. The whole reason why you are watching me on YouTube is just me being obedient to God, to something that He told me years ago. 2017, I was really trying to figure out what was God's purpose for my life. So I was praying and I was fasting, so just so I can hear Him clearly say what was my destiny, what was God's purpose for my life. And I remember vividly, I was just watching TV casually, and then I just heard something say, start a blog. And to be honest, I didn't even know what a blog was at that time. Call me foolish, but I really didn't know what a blog was at that time. And it really took me by surprise, because first of all, I'm not the one that says that I hear God talk to me all the time. And when I hear people say, oh, God told me this, God told me that every 5 seconds, I kind of look at them sideways. I don't believe that God can just talk to you just randomly at every hour of the day. I don't really believe in that. But I knew in that moment that when God said that, that was Him. That was really Him. So you know what I did? I started a blog. I had no idea how to start a blog, how to create a website, how to do social media, but I had to figure it out. I called it Boss Lady Movement. It was a French blog because I was living in Montreal at that time, and French is my first language, so it just made sense. Create a logo and all that stuff, and I was really putting 100% into it. Did I gain a huge following? No. Did I ever make money from the blog? No. But eventually the blog turned into YouTube. Was starting a blog my desire or something that I aspired to do? No. Me personally, I wanted to own a business, but eventually I learned how those two can be very connected. So I was really just being obedient without knowing what was next. In the book, Priscilla defines obedience as fulfillment, freedom, and victory, meaning that it's only when you choose to be obedient to what God told you to do, that's when you're gonna find fulfillment, freedom, and victory. I don't know for you, but for me, all those 3 words really just mean success. And is it easy to obey? No. But is it worth it? Absolutely. There's many reasons why it is easier not to obey than to obey. It can be because you're maybe lazy, you procrastinate a lot, you don't trust God enough, you don't trust yourself enough, you're impatient. I know for me, I'm very impatient. I like to see the results fast. So I feel like it's kind of like a test that God is like walking me through, because even though I've been at it since 2017, my blog or my YouTube channel, but I've seen little by little results. I never saw really a big result where, for example, my video went viral. Me being impatient may cause me to stop obeying. So I'm still working on that, obviously. So what's the solution? Surrender. In the book, Priscilla mentioned the verse John 5:30, and I'm gonna read it to you. And this is Jesus talking. So He said, I can do nothing on my own. I judge only as I hear, and my judgment is just, because I do not seek my own will, but the will of Him who sent me. So basically here she explained that clearly Jesus was not ignoring the fact that Himself has a will and some desires of His own, but He was more committed to do His Father will above it. And I think that's something that we all need to work on. I have my own desires. I'm sure you have your own desires as well. God knows that, because God knows you more than anybody else. My mom used to tell us all the time that God knows even how much hair you have on your head, and that's how much He knows about you. But you do have to know that God has a will for you. God has a purpose for your life, and you have to surrender those desires to Him. Trust me, you have to let it go. You really have to let it go and just put it into His hands and trust that whatever you desire, some way, somehow, you're gonna get it. I have this verse that lives rent-free in my head 24/7, and it is Matthew 6:33. Seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things would be added on to you. First, seek the kingdom. Look for Him first. And all of those things that you've been dreaming about, your dream car, your house, your kids, your marriage, it will be added on to you. But you must seek first. And in a way, you can use seeking first as surrendering. If you feel like your life is at a standstill, surrender. If you feel like you're stuck, you don't know where to go, you don't know if you need to go left or right, surrender. Surrender here is the key. Like Priscilla said in this book, she said, surrendering is the key. Choose to obey Him. You know the thing that He told you to do 10 years ago? You should do it. You should start thinking about starting the process. It's time to obey Him and just watch your life change for the better. And that was all for today, guys. I think that's gonna be a short video, but oh well. So please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you. Bye.